Hello everyone. In this session, I'm going to. Hi everyone. Now, in this section, we are going to discuss more in detail about the getting your first clients. This is one of the most critical challenge when you set up everything on freelance marketplaces. Now you are expecting a real customers should connect with you and you get some jobs with your gigs which you already developed and how this can be possible. So let's break down our first client barrier. First of all, you need to understand that start with crowd testing. Like you can also not only rely on the Upwork, Fiverr, but you can also develop your portfolio with other freelance marketplaces, multiple marketplaces like you test is one of the another freelance marketplace where you will get pay per bug and required any proposals writing, no reviews needed, and you can begin and start getting the money on spot. And you this platform basically a low price platform where you just need to have a 1 or 2 gigs a service and the trade short term rate for the reviews that unlock everything after, and that does not require any complications. And another important point that you can only apply to niche jobs only for such kind of platforms like a focus proposals to 5 relevant jobs that beats 50 generic ones now. So this is something you can apply for a specific niche, and you can also tap your network first. Like instead of looking forward the massive crowd, first of all you need to go with your network first. A friend who just started a startup, or your past employer, it can be. You can pitch them, you can say, hey, I just started my freelance market services. I would like to offer my services to you if you are interested. And here, this is the easiest way to get the clients now. Now, another important point we need to discuss how you can create the proposal that get replies. The first thing you should have in your mind that always open with their problem. This is called your hook. Hook is basically the first punching line when someone why should connect with you. And here you not only presented your bio, but you need to present them the real problem discussion, like launching soon. Let's make sure you check out does not lose your sale. The more you talk about their specific problem, the more the chances you should get reply. And proof also one relevant line of credibility, a portfolio link you should include in your proposal. When you should present it a proposal in front of your customers, make sure you should have some references, a real customer feedback. If not, then as discussed in the previous sections, you can do the sample testing on the sample websites and create their bug report artifacts in the form of the portfolio, so the customer exactly should knows that you know the real testing niche market and knows how to break down the system. And also you should have the ability to understand how to plan the 2 to 3 concrete bullets points on how you do the testing with their specific applications. And then at the end, you should know about the call to action. Like one simple question that's easy to reply on: want me to start with the checkout flow? And this is how you can start developing your proposal in a very simplest manner. Just make sure that these 4 points you should have in your mind when we'll be presenting the proposal in front of your customers. Now, I would like to give you the real time example, a winning proposal. How you can create a real winning proposal. So, here, as the client posted a need, a QA tester for our food delivery app before launch. So, clearly, the client mentioned their requirements that they are expecting a QA tester for their food delivery application. and the tester should know how to test for the delivery app now. And here you can pitch your proposal like this: hey, launching a food delivery app means one broken checkout or failed order can cost a real customer 1 day on a day one. And this is the punching line. This is called your hook, where you presented the customers like, if the app should be broken on the way while someone check out your app or failed, your order should be lost. And after presenting the hook, now you are presenting, I am a mobile QA tester who specialized in pre-launching testing for apps like yours. And here is a sample bug report from a similar project. And this is how you just need to present your past portfolio link if you ever did such kind of testing. And here you just also needs to present how. Here I would start. You presented a scenario like test the full order flow. You presented the browser, cart, pay, track on Android and iOS. You presented the client a real scenario and stress test payment, promo codes, and addresses the edge cases. How nicely you presented the proposal, which get the impression to the client that you know exactly the real business. And delivering a prioritized bug report you can hand straight to your devs. And then you can present, want me to start with the order and payment flow with this week? And remember, the way you presented in this way, you should get the client order. I can assure you one thing, but make sure whenever you are getting a real problem or a requirement from the customer, your proposal should talk a client hook first, scope of the application, a real time scenarios, and then call to action now. Hi everyone. Now this is the time you need to understand the crowd testing. What does this mean? The fast entry point if you don't have anything in your plate. Get paid to test real applications with no proposals or reviews required. You are ideal for your first earning and experience, as these are the platforms I recommend that you should try. First of all, the U-Test is one of the simplest platform. Apollos is another platform, largest community, paid test cycles, pay per approved bug and test case. Test.io is another platform where you can do the function and usability testing for real products on web and mobile application. You can also provide your services on the testbirds and Uber testers, where mobile focused crowd testing, most of the people will be sharing the client's requirement on the mobile related applications. Then the marketplaces Upwork and Fiverr is once you have a few wins on the other platforms, build direct client relationship here now. And this is the way that you can start from a small and then go with the bigger ones with the help of these platforms. Hi everyone. Now we are going for delivering and getting paid. This is the time you should enjoy for getting payment once you delivered your services. And you onboard well, you reportedly clean, and you are this is the time how you can protect your money. Now let's discuss onboarding and communication. So the onboarding checklist confirms scope in a winning, get access the applications, builds, logins. Once you should have the checklist now. Before starting the work from your customer requirements, you ask that, hey, this is the confirm scope. These are the apps, builds, logins, agreeing on the deliverables and the deadlines, and confirm bug reporting tool like Jira, and set check in cadence. And once you should have these checklists, this is the time that now you can move forward for reporting that earns 5 stars. Like short daily milestones, update to your customer like, hey, today I achieved this thing. And the bugs logged as you find them, the clear severity and priority labels you define, a final test summary report, and the proactively and you should never be silent now. And this is the way that how you can onboard your client on spot. And now the point will come in our mind that when you should getting paid safely, and this is one of the most important question every freelancer should have in their mind. Always remember that if you are using the Fiverr or Upwork, so once these platforms using the escrow, the milestone based payment mechanism, like on Upwork, fund milestones, you ask the money for the client for a specific milestone before you start. And never work fully unpaid upfront. Like if the customer will be saying to you, "Hey John, do test and I will do the payment after completion of the whole testing." No, this is not the way for doing the free work. Always remember that you should ask the money for the customer for the milestone. Let them know that for the first module, please release the payment in the escrow. Escrow is the mechanism which buyers and seller both interests should be remain safe in the Upwork or Fiverr platform. And no one can release the money unless and until you deliver the milestone and client happy with the milestone, and they will be releasing the funds now. Upwork will take care both parties interest. So both parties should not be worried about this thing that if the vendor not completed the work on time, the client can cancel the milestone or a payment. And then you define, once done in writing, agree that completes each milestone so payment is not be disputed later. Now you should know that this is the first milestone, this is the second milestone, third, fourth, and each milestone, first of all, let's say you are asking $200, then the next milestone you again asking for the $200, and this is how you can proceed. And the red flag pay outside the platform, never ever ask the client. If ask client is saying that I can pay you, share with me your direct bank account, you always be restricted in the Upwork, Fiverr, or these freelance marketplaces platform. And this should be the common scam. If client removes you and not be protecting your money, you just need to politely decline. You always restrict the customers that hey, you should use these platforms. And you should raise the red flag. Free test, if the client is asking the real work, you straightforward deny. Doing the whole project without the payment is simply a disaster for a freelancer. Nothing can be do the work in a free mode now. So always remember. Now I would like to give you the real-time safe milestone setup payment. Suppose you have a 3,300 fixed price job to test a web app. Now you need to split into two funded milestones. First milestone, you ask the client for funded $150, and client funds milestone 1 should be saved in the escrow before you start, and that escrow payment remain under the authority for Fiverr, and Upwork will keep the payment for the client. And you test core flow and log bugs. This is what discussed in the milestone 1. And the number 2, once the milestone 1 is released, you ask for the $150, you submitted the bug report, client reviews the bug report, and then client releases the payment 1 with escrow platform, where the Upwork or Fiverr will be taking the client payment. And then you should proceed with the client another milestone that hey, please funded more $150, and client funds milestone 2, and that payment again should be saved in the escrow, and you should retest the fixes which already you presented in the first round, and the client developer, they will fix and test the remaining workflows. And after that, the M2 release will come, where you again ask the client that, hey, this $150, you delivered the final test summary, and client releases your payment too, and that should be the job complete done. And this is how the both parties payment mechanism should be remain protected. You client release the money in the escrow, save it unless and until you not deliver the milestone one work. Once you deliver the milestone work, then the Upwork will release the payment. And in the similar way, you ask again for the milestone to payment, and client keep the 150 more dollars in the escrow account. And again, once you done your work, then you should ask the client for releasing the payment. So I hope that you exactly understand. And this mechanism, either you are using the Fiverr or Upwork, the mechanism should remain same now. Now we are moving forward quickly for the section 7, how you can use AI tools. One of the most trending and exciting topic we are going to discuss to work faster, aggressively for meeting the client's expectations and deliver more per hour and raise your rates gradually, in an effective way now. So how we can proceed, and this is where the power of AI speeds you up. Like previously, if you are writing the test cases manually, now start getting the requirements into a first set of test cases in a seconds, then refine, and you can write the bug report coverage through notes, the clean, structure, reproducible reports, and generate the edge cases. Ask the AI tools like Claude AI, the GPT, and the Gemini for creating the generating the edge cases for you. And you no need to be bother about everything in depth, and you need to present it the scenarios that you might have missed, and AI tools will help you to overcome this challenge, and you should get the report very easily. And you can draft the automation scripts, like generating the scripts with Selenium, Playwright, or API test scripts from your steps, and you can then refine as well. So this is the way that where you with the help of AI tools, you can speed up your productivity. In the upcoming sessions, I will practically present you how you can draft the test cases and the edge cases with your user stories with the help of Jira tools, so that you exactly will be able to get the idea. Now, this is the time I'm going to present you the real example. Like you can present the prompt in Gemini or Claude AI. I would like to recommend you should use the Claude AI and ask that write the test cases for user can reset their password via email. And once you specify this prompt, you will get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 test cases. Now you can ask more queries, more prompt, and the more better the context you will be presented, the better the results you should get now. And here the first test case, the reset link send, the reset link expire after a time limit, and you can see that the no link natural messages should be presented, the rejected one, the old link, the new password meets the strength rules, and the empty fields validation errors. In the similar way, success reset login with the new password. So these scenarios and their detailed steps to produce, you should get with the help of AI tools now. So I hope that you exactly understand that how you can specify the prompt in the large language models, the LLM tools, and get your work done quickly, promptly, so that you can proceed with the other work. Now, this is the time we should discuss where AI gets it wrong. Never ever rely on AI 100%, guys. This is my tip of this lesson before started, right? First of all, you should know about the business logic. AI does not know your client specific rules. It guesses. On the basis of guesses, it verify you. So you should be very clear When to rely on the AI and when not to rely on the AI. Human in the loop is always be there. Whatever the AI tools will be producing, the test cases, the test plans, the test scripts, the automation scripts, humans should always be in a loop and should verify what the code should be presented and created by these tools. And then another challenge the AI tools has now that they will be created the hallucinated steps. Like it can invent buttons or flows that does not exist in the real app. So you need to make sure that avoid the hallucinated steps and skip such kind of stuff if the AI tools like Claude or Gemini and the other LLM tools will be created. And another point you should remember, missing the context. Without the actual app, it can't catch real in context effects now. So the context should be clear so that you can get the real time feedback from the LLM tools like Claude and AI, Gemini, and GPT. And judgment is your, because these large language tools does not know what kind of severity, priority, and what truly matters to the client. These decisions always the human should do himself now. And LLM tools can't do these things. And these decisions should only be done by the human, the severity, priority. So whenever this will do the presented in front of the customers, make sure that you should know how to prioritize and define the severity. And this is exactly why clients still paying us, humans. AI accelerates your work. AI will help you to improve your productivity. But why human in the loop still in a demand due to the human judgment about the product? And this is how we can differentiate and pitch in front of the customers. We can educate the customers that AI tools are better. But this does not mean that AI can do the testing, everything without the human in the loop now. Hey everyone, now this is the time we should discuss more in detail about how you can scaling your QA businesses. I am very excited now when I should need to raise my rates and win the retainers, my existing clients, so they should come again and again and grow you from side income to full-time business. Once you have some reviews, you have some good feedback in your platforms, Fiverr, Upwork, client giving and sharing the best feedbacks. Now this is the time that you need to convert them the full-time customers. The most important thing, raising your rates over the time. And when should raise to your rates? That is the common question everyone is asking to me. First of all, every 5 stars, once you getting from the customers, when you are fully booked, you are getting a lot of work in your plate. When you add automation skills in your portfolio, the other don't have now. And for new client first, then existing one, instead of the new clients, existing clients will be coming again and again. Then this is the time to increase your rates now. And this is how you can differentiate, how you can improve your services, and you can do the business not for the part time to the full time now. I hope that you exactly understand that how you can increase your rates over the period of time. And now this is the most important thing, from gigs to retainers and direct clients. You need to build the reputation, stack reviews and a portfolio of a real results on the platform. So reputation will be improving day by day once you are getting the reviews. If you are not getting the reviews, your reputation will not be improved. And win repeat work again and again, deliver so well each and every time to the same customers, existing customers as well as the new customer, so that client come back for the next releases and give them the good user experience, and remain the client comfortable and convert to the retainer, offer ongoing QA for a fixed monthly fee. You can say to your client that I can do all these kinds of work. Let's do a deal for a fixed monthly payment. And you can ask for the predictable income for the both sides and move to direct clients. Once trust is built, work directly with platform rules for high take home, and this is how you can build the trust. You can get and the repeating work and converting your retainers and move to the new clients now. I would like to share with you the real example. Let's say the 1500 contract you do with the retainer model. Before one gig, you constantly hunting a new clients, income spikes, and sometimes droughts. And all the times when you are pitching the new customers, you should explain who you are, your portfolio each and every time, and you spend a lot of time energy on preparing the proposals, and that can be lost. But instead of that, if you have a good past customer experience, they can come back and you can offer the services on the monthly retainer model. And you can ask that 40 odds of a QA a month, which I would like to charge for 1500, and that should be the predictable monthly income. You should know that after a month what should be coming into your plate, and you can deep app knowledge and faster work and zero proposal for that income. And this is how you can proceed a safest way for moving your career in the freelance marketplace, and that part-time business should be converting near future for the full-time business. And every successful freelancer did the same. They started with the small, they started with the new customers and converting the new customers to their retainers now. Now I am sharing with you your 30 days action plans. First week, you should develop your foundation, pick your niche, create a portfolio. It can be like test cases, the bug report summary, a test plan, a real application. This is the basic level service you can offer now. And I, in the upcoming sessions, you exactly will be able to get all the details. I have created other courses as well for software testing where you can develop your foundations as well. And the week two, set up a shop, build your Upwork profile and a Fiverr gig, sign up a crowd testing platform, which we discussed in the past sessions, and complete a cycle and get paid. And week three should be get in the game. Send five targeted proposals every day to the new customers who will be asking for the seller proposals. Land your first crowd testing bug. Aim for that first review. Always remember, whenever you will be presented your deliverable in front of client, always ask for the feedback reviews. And week for first client and beyond, deliver your first gig over communicating throughout. Have a good solid communication with your client and ask for a review and a referral, and let your customers also recall that could you please also refer me to the other customer. This is the way that your portfolio can be enhanced and plan for the next client now. Hey everyone, now this is the time. So what you are waiting for? In a simplest way, this is the time for start building your freelance QA businesses in a massive level. Once you get the skills, you get in the door, you have the proof, you have the positioning, you have the persistence, you should get paid. You decided the niche down, you decided the build for proof, you win the first review, you scale towards the retainer modes. Now you can also uh, get involved for other testers in your services. You can build your team and you can enhance your service, And in the upcoming sessions, I also put all the best practices for automation skill set and the manual services, foundations, and other stuff. So that can help you to enhance your skill set. Thank you very much for watching this session.